All right, what's up, YouTube? On the agenda today, we've got some heavy deads, a little bit of squatting, and a lower body session, lower body base. We're gonna warm up with some jumping to get going, like usual. This time we're gonna do some seated box jumps. This is really just to not even practice the vertical jump, really just to get warmed up for the deadlifts. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna kind of auto-regulate these deadlifts. So I'm thinking about going up to something heavy, seeing how it feels, and then seeing if I want to do like a double, a triple, somewhere in that range, and then I'll do a back off set. I'm actually going to be doing a straight bar deadlift instead of a trap bar now. I'm going to probably do like the first 4 weeks at straight bar and then peak for the trap bar, because I want to still continue to get good at straight bar deadlifts. So that's what's on the agenda right now. I'm going to get caffeinated, drink some coconut water, and we'll get some jumping in. Okay, we're gonna warm up with some super easy seated box jumps, and we'll raise the height up.
You just float.
Go up first, and then bend your knees. All right, this might be as high as we go. This is fucking high. Here we go. All right. It's like fucking midway through the rib cage. Woo! That was fucking scary. Okay. We're gonna do 4 or 5. This is usually gonna tell me how this session's gonna go. This and 495. I got this person commenting the other day about like hypertrophy is useless, but when you really break it down, you think about what hypertrophy is and what strength is. There's so many components of strength, and in particular coordination and leverage, and you know, you might be able to pull more than somebody on a straight bar deadlift because you're really good at the deadlift, but they might be generally stronger than you. And I think when we talk about general strength, really what general strength is fucking hypertrophy. Because it's capacity. It's your capacity to go from one movement to the next. And, you know, if you have big hams, big quads, big glutes, you can probably do any lower body exercise at like 85% of what somebody who's a specialist can do. And then as you get better at it over months and years, you get closer to your 100%. But that generalized capacity is hypertrophy. And I feel like it's important to not forget that a bigger muscle has the capacity to be a stronger muscle, but obviously you have to train strength in the sense of, not that you don't get strong by training for hypertrophy, but strength can be specific to an exercise because there's more components to strength, like coordination and leverage. And so my pulling position off the floor, right, matters a ton. And that's also why I picked the trap bar for the fitness test, because it doesn't matter as much. All right, let's do some rep work at 525. Okay, 525. Let's go. Come on. Okay, because we went fucking ham on the deadlifts, I'm gonna take a little bit of pressure off the back and do belt squats. So it's a great way to getting a squat pattern in without loading your back, because we loaded the shit out of my back right there. 585 for 4 and 525 for 5. So I'm gonna take the back out of the equation and do belt squat. And rather than load this up with, you know, as many plates as I possibly can, I'm just gonna move the hook down the lever arm a little bit and make the lever worse, like a mechanical disadvantage, so that can be more weight, because this is what I have on the machine right now. So my goal right here is, honestly, I don't know how heavy this is, but my goal kind of for these squats is somewhere in the 5 to 10 rep range eventually. If that's this weight, so be it. If not, this will be the first or the last pyramid setup. And I try to use my hands as little as possible. It's really just kind of for balance. Okay, this second set, all I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna move the tooth back to the next lever instead of reducing the load. So, also watching the tape back, it's funny. You know how I was talking about my leverages are improving as I lose a little bit of body weight in terms of like getting into those end range positions. It feels like I'm going way deeper than I am, but I'm just like barely breaking parallel. And what's the point of that on a belt squat? We're gonna increase the range of motion a little bit. So here we go. Okay, so I know this seems backwards, but this is what I call like just tissue preparation for sprinting. I actually feel like it's probably a little bit better if I'm a little tired, so I don't have maximum output, where I'm very strong right now, but I'm not tissue prepared for sprinting, so tearing a hamstring or something is on the table in max velocity. So that's where we're keeping it to 10 meters. These are basically just accelerations. I'm gonna do a 1 yard lead, and I'm just gonna do 5 to 10 sets, depending on how I feel. And this is literally just the beginning of physical preparation for sprinting without going crazy. So I'm gonna run the first 2 or 3 at like RPE 7 or 8. Okay, we're gonna bump this up to like RP 9. So, a little more effort. That was a 1.8. So if I just try to match that, then I'll feel good and complete about this session. I need to stay a little farther down and dig more than come up so damn early. Nice. That was also a 1.8. I'm also slowing down when I hit right before I hit the gates, so I'm gonna actually run through the gates this time. Cool, 1.8. All right. All right, we're gonna do some hamstring curls and leg extensions. And yeah, I'm sure I'm gonna get comments about the sprint form. You're a fucking sprint form, bodybuilder. Yeah, you say that until I fucking outrun you in 4 weeks of training it. I did the same thing with the power clean, right? I started doing it and people were like, you're this, and then I cleaned 315 in 6 weeks of training with literally zero weightlifting experience. So, you know, chat it up now. Chat it up now. I ran track in high school, so y'all are fucked. Don't worry. Don't worry about me. All right, so plan here is slow eccentrics. I'm gonna go a little bit lighter on the load, really focus on the eccentric. One, because I just nuked my hamstrings a little bit with deadlifts and some sprint reintroduction. So this is more gonna be about the getting work without overdoing it. A little load management strategy. So here we go. Yeah, I can definitely tell. At least my right hamstring is a little tired. Okay, so I'm gonna get a baseline on this 30-second assault bike for calories. So it's 30 seconds, trying to get as many calories as I can in 30 seconds. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna get the bike just barely moving so the screen turns on, hit stop, and then right when I hit start, I'm gonna go all out for 30 seconds. So, all right. So, screen is on, just moving it a little bit. I'm gonna hit stop. It says ready. And now right when I hit start, and okay, well, we might need to increase the score because I scored 38. Holy fuck. So, rest time, we're still going. 2-minute rest, 30 seconds, whole out. I'll tell you what, I'm not in shape for this. This is gonna be awesome for jiu-jitsu. I'm just going off the screen timer. When it hits 230, I'll go again. I don't know how all out this next one's gonna be. Holy shit. I think I shot my wad on that first one. Holy shit. Okay, well, I'm back for the last one. My quads are literally just absolutely fucking smoked. But I gotta get started here in 3 seconds. Okay, I'm just gonna do what I can. Oh my God. I have recovered from the assault bike. That was brutal. The only reason I did that before this is because this was taken. And I knew I wasn't gonna go like ham on this. So, little tip. If you're getting some pain signaling in the knee, patella, particularly in the patella, I find that isometrics, you kind of find where that pain is. Maybe it's at full extension, maybe it's at 45, or you understand. Like, this is technically 90. This is an obtuse angle, right? It's not acute, so it's not 45, but you get what I'm saying, 45. Wherever that is, I kind of try to find that on this right side, I feel it. So I would hold an isometric here for like 45 seconds. But I just pumped a ass load of blood into my quads from the assault bike, so honestly, my legs feel okay. Yeah, I'm gonna just stay here. I'm gonna do a little bit slower eccentrics here, a little bit higher reps. Okay. My legs are so cooked from the assault bike. This is why when you do a combat sport, you lift before, because that is the equivalent of wrestling scrambles. I'm just pissing this away. This is doing nothing for me. Pro tip. All right, YouTube, that is the session. If you enjoyed this style of training, if you want to train like this, join my app. We are running a block of training dedicated to the combat fitness test that I wrote up, but it's literally this stuff. It's general physical preparation. It's fucking awesome. I'm super stoked about it. It's fun. You get to train a bunch of different things, push yourself. And then if you want to work with me personally, you want one-on-one coaching, nutrition, training, access to me, form checks, hit me up on the link tree down below. There's a coaching form in there. I'm having a blast doing this YouTube series. So if you enjoyed, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.